Make sure we use the DISC method to get in front of the right people the right way. And then what about our belief systems? We have to believe we belong to be in that conversation. We've got to believe we belong in that conversation, right? You don't need to be an expert on Wall Street. You just need to be an expert in that one little area of their business. Make sense? How do we know our audience? This. You got it. Speaking to different titles is that pink discovery chart, making sure you write that chart and those questions for different levels of the organization. Have we talked about that? So if we're talking to a tech, what does a tech want to know about?
Product.
The product itself. They're going to know about quality and how it works and all those types of issues. What does a manager want to know about? Could be cost, could be the logistics, shipping, delivery, back orders, a different set of issues. What does the C-level executive want to know about?
Marketing.
How it impacts the business, gross margins, right? When do you walk away?
When they find there's no fit.
You can't find pain, right? Even with Pete, I was ready to walk away earlier today. But I asked that one more question. We don't leave the pain conversation. It worked out okay. Not always going to happen that way. Sometimes you're just a brick wall. Having a plan going in, what did I give you for a plan to go in? I grabbed Stephanie's notebook, and what did I do? Upfront contract written down. Pain questions written down. Those pain funnel questions in your book, I've literally handwritten those on my pad of paper and taken them with me. Right? Rebuilding a relationship. Did we talk about how to rebuild a relationship?
Being honest that you screwed up in the beginning and asking to get that trust.
Yep. So we gave some role plays about that. What else did we do? We talked about 5 questions you can ask people to find out where your relationship is if you're not sure. Right? We talked about the pendulum theory, how to get behind them on the pendulum.
Either left.
Yeah, always be to the left. Re-engage after a bad first call. I haven't told you this story yet, but real quick, when we had an intern come work for us, an intern in my company makes 3,000 cold calls. That's their job. Awesome, huh? So she made a cold call to a CEO in town, and it didn't go very well, clearly, because she was so upset she came to Carl, and I got involved later in the day. And she's like, I was the worst call ever. This person's so offended. And we said, well, who was it? And she said the name, and it was a friend of both Carl and me. And we're like, this isn't good. We should probably do something. So Carl called the guy to apologize. And the guy's like, who called me? When? Carl's like, this morning. She called you this morning. He's like, man, Carl, I got to apologize. I don't even remember. So this girl was literally in fits, in a fetal position in one of our offices for 4 hours about a call that that client didn't even remember 6 hours later. So if you had a bad first call, rub some dirt on it, walk it off, go back again, call them 6 weeks or 6 months later, whatever your time schedule looks like. You know? And if you had a bad first call, just acknowledge, hey, first time I called you, I got the sense I really screwed it up. You guys have a reset button over there? You can have fun with it, right? How do we close faster? What's the tool we have for incremental commitments? Upfront contract, yes. How do we handle short meetings?
Be more specific with their questions.
Yep, be specific with questions. How about an upfront contract? Ask for a little time, then a little more time, then a little more time, and not asking for big chunks up front. Giving them a way out. Making no an option with the upfront contract. We talked about that today, right? Okay. How do we create need? Find their pain points. Use the features and benefits information you have, and take that features and benefits information and turn it into good questions, right? And then use that pain funnel. How does customer intimacy become something we can improve at? DISC, thank you. And preserving their okayness, right? Making sure we accept them where they are, right? How do we handle broken communication? What are some of the tools we gave you today?
Our contract, make sure that everybody's on the same page, keep reiterating everything that's supposed to happen.
It's really all the things we talked about today, right? So that's the emails if we have to re-engage them. That's the being respectful of their time. It's the upfront contract. It's the bonding and rapport stuff we talked about. Right. Staying with the agenda. You heard me say to honor the time commitments. If you set an hour-long schedule and you're going to use the last 5 minutes to clarify everything and go to the next step, you've got to honor that. Right? You've got to honor that. Set an alarm if you have to. We've not talked about managing a balanced pipeline yet. I may give you that in a few minutes. I might not. We'll see how time works. Creating a champion internally. We talked about running the entire sales process for that champion, and instead of closing for money, closing for a commitment. Right? When do we take an opportunity off the pipeline? Here's my answer for this one. As soon as an opportunity doesn't have an upfront contract, it goes into a different section of my reports, which is a stalled piece of business. If someone breaks an upfront contract, it comes out of my pipeline. I still work the deal. I still track the deal. But it's not a part of my forecastable pipeline. Does that fit with what you guys know?